Today, I want to talk about a fragrance that you either like or you love. You either hate it or you love it. There's not a lot of in between. I'm probably one of the few people where I'm down the middle. This is something I have sampled. This is something I've smelled. This is something I've sampled. I've gone back and forth on whether it was really worth it. And I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger after the last wearing and smelling that I had. You probably don't know the fragrance that I'm talking about, but today we're talking about the latest release from the house of the infamous Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is Elixir Absolu. I got some thoughts about this one, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the video and talk about it. It's gonna be interesting. Yo, what's going on, party people, fat boy family? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are having an amazing week, man. We're basically halfway through March and spring is definitely starting to show itself. Didn't put out a video yesterday, was out of town on vacation, you know, resetting, debriefing or whatever. And so mini vacation. Note to self and note to all of you, take mini vacations. You don't have to wait to take that week long, you know what I'm saying, 2 week long. Just put in the PTO. Put it in on a Friday or put it in for the following Monday so you can get that extended weekend. Nonetheless, hope you guys are well and safe and in good health and in good spirits, man. If this is your first time here, welcome to the greatest place on the internet for fragrance. You know, there will be no clone slander, no niche slander, no designer slander. We just love fragrances over here. And if that's you, definitely welcome to the family. Feel free, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button while you're at it. Go ahead and click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new fragrance content to the channel. But let's go ahead and jump into today's conversation. As I stated, I cannot talk today. In the pre-roll, again, we're going to be talking about the latest release from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. Again, this is Elixir Absolu, supposed to be this nice, you know, sexy, sweet, fruity, vanilla amber fragrance. All right, and so you guys know that the OG Elixir has been one of the best sought after, rewarding, award-winning DNAs that's out there on the market. That beautiful honey, tobacco, and vanilla fragrance, vanilla style fragrance. And one of the complaints that a lot of people get is that it's sweet, super sweet. It is definitely one of those fragrances that is intense. It can be very cloying, but in the air, on skin, it smells amazing. People absolutely love it. I personally found it a little bit too sweet. You know what I'm saying? So the bottle I actually did sell. And I did pick up several clones. You know, we had the Tribal Gold. We had Latif of the Kingdom. We had Rayhan's Gold Elixir, which I actually definitely love with that chocolate aspect they added. And I wish they had kept that because that probably would have been my favorite, but Tribal Gold definitely at this point still does remain my favorite. The Kingdom may be the overall best as far as capturing the essence, because I know somebody's going to ask. Nonetheless, I'm not here to talk about the OG. I'm here to talk about this, but there is some context that has to go in. So I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear that. So let me go ahead and get into the describing the fragrance for those of you who just want me to get straight to the point. So if you've never purchased a Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance and you're looking to definitely see if that's for you, this is the presentation you're going to get. You get these can style of bottles, and this is how all of their fragrance comes. And this is more so, like I said, you have a display here. This is where the bottle actually sits. You pull that out, nothing special about it. So people, they kind of keep these. Some people can them. See what I did there? Pun intended. And then this is the bottle. So not to be confused with the OG that has that ruby red sapphire stripes, or not, and really it's glass where you can kind of see that. And then you have these yolks that kind of keep you from pushing down the atomizer. You can take that off, you know, and that's the bottle. Beautiful, nice gold bottle, giving off this appearance. I can't even hold it, giving off this appearance of luxury somewhat, you know. And there you have it. I'm gonna be careful because we got another sweet fragrance. I'm gonna actually hit you with the atomizer on this. So nice, semi-pressurized atomizer. Great atomizer. Nice distribution. We're gonna be smelling like that all day. All right. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I get. I'm gonna tell you what you get. They're supposed to be plum, they're supposed to be lavender, and they're supposed to be tonka bean, and that's it. Every time I sample this, and the last time I smelled this in Macy's, immediately I get a blast of tonka bean and I get a blast of iris to my nose. Now, the more I've, gone back and forth with the sample, the iris part is kind of dialed down. And a lot of people, I've seen some people say, hey, there's a similarity here. Like if you take La Mer, Le Parfum, which is my favorite, arguably my favorite fragrance of all time, right there with Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. Speaking of plum, if you take that and La Mer Elixir, the two have a baby. I don't necessarily get that because the way the iris comes off in La Mer Le Parfum is a little bit different when you bring in the cardamom and the vanilla. It has a musky aspect to it with that iris and the way the lavender sits in there that you don't get here. But this immediately gave me Dior Homme vibes, Dior Homme Intense vibes, which I hate. I am not a fan of I like Dior Cologne. And I like Dior Homme Sport. There's another fragrance that bothers me. The iris in Prada L'Homme Intense. I hate it. The way the iris is done. Let's see. There's another iris fragrance. It'll come to me in a second. But it just gave me those vibes, and I was like, ooh, this is not for me. Like, I was like, why did they do that? Because they basically took out the benzoin. So some of that resinous type of quality, that the balsamic nature, that's gone. The tobacco, gone. The honey, gone. And I think what they should have done is leave the mint. One of the things that helped the sweetness of La Mer Elixir is that mint, because it provides a fresh quality that elevates it when you combine it with that lavender, and that is missing here. But I was excited because I'm a huge fan of plum. I love plum. Plum is one of my favorite notes. And so I'm like, okay, we're going to get plum. But I didn't get a lot of the plum in the beginning, and the plum is what's supposed to be in top. And so I was like, well, where is the plum? So again, like I said, you get hit with a lot of tonka, and you get hit to my nose with that iris. And I was like, okay, let's see what happens. So I was smelling it on paper, and I was like, I don't get any plum on paper. And so I remember I was in Macy's. The lady said, well, let me spray it on your skin. And so we sprayed it on skin, and I probably was there roughly about 15 minutes. And when I tell you, it took 10 to 15 minutes. I don't even know how this is possible, but the plum is in the top. The tonka is in the base, but all you get is like this blast of tonka in the beginning. And you can tell there's plum there. There's a plum nuance, but the fruitiness of it to my nose, I know this is subjective, but the fruitiness of it to my nose does not come in until we basically get to the dry down. And that's what made me purchase the fragrance. That's why I said, I'm gonna pull the trigger, because I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, because this is giving me too much of an iris feel. But I kept smelling it. I kept sniffing. I said, okay. I was like, okay. And I'm talking about, I lied to you not, it took like a full 15 minutes. So I asked the lady, I said, well, what's in it? Because she ended up giving me the sample, and I said, what's in it? And I was enjoying that while I was waiting, for this to actually get shipped. And I said, what's in it, man? What's in it? And she was like, plum, lavender, and tonka. I was like, bro, there's got to be iris in this fragrance. So I don't know if it's the combination of the tonka and the lavender and the plum that gives off the iris feel. But again, you may get that, you may not get that. I'm telling you, that's what I get. So, and I was excited because I felt like this was going to be more wearable in the spring, because me personally, I think La Mer Elixir, especially depending on where you live, is too sweet. It can be too cloying. spring days where it's like 70 degrees outside. Now, if it's like 60 degrees and the sun is out and it's kind of cool, nice breeze or something like that, maybe you can get away with it, but dial back the sprays because it is super into, like, you can clear out a funeral home. The dead will rise and be like, no, we got to go. But the dry down is where I really fell in love with this fragrance. And I would commend you guys to sample. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do something I've never done before. We're going to see how this works. We're going to see how this works, how you guys cooperate. Now, some of you have probably already clicked off the video by now, but for those of you who are still hanging around, I'm going to provide, and when I say provide, for a price, $20 shipping included, United States only, US shipping only. I am not, at this time, I'm not doing any shipping to anybody outside the US. Continental US only. 5 ml samples. All right. So 5 ml samples. I've got about 7 or 8. And basically this is what they'll look like. All right. So this is a glass bottle, 5 ml samples. Look, I'm giving you the whole 5 mls. It's all the way to the top. And you'll have the label up there. 5 ml samples of this. I think I got 8. Holler at me. Send me. I should just do this the proper way and send you the link, all these other kind of things. But in the meantime, because I ain't so sure this is something I want to continue to do. We're going to see how this works now. In the meantime, shoot me an email. My email information, all of that is available. Shoot me an email. Either shoot me an email or shoot me a DM. Shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. $20 a piece, shipping included, United States only. 5 mls, I think that's a pretty good deal. For 5 mls, not a 2 ml, not a 3 ml. I'm not giving out 10 mls. Not giving out 8 mls. 5 ml probably get you about 50 sprays. So if you're not a heavy sprayer, and I don't suggest you become a heavy sprayer with this, you can definitely probably get a couple of wearings out of this to really kind of make up your mind and see how you feel about it. $20, shipping included, United States only. Hit me up, email, or shoot me a DM on IG. And again, just so you can see that right there, boom, that's what you actually get in the mail. Holla at your boy. Because this is one of those things you have to sample. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the love. Don't believe the hate. You gotta figure this one out for yourself. Because if I went off the hype, I might have been disappointed. If I went off the hate, I might have been disappointed. This is a good fragrance. I'm not gonna say it's great because, again, it's still growing on me from the standpoint of I love the dry down. That's where I get the fullness of the fruit and the plum that comes in. But, and to me it's not as cloying, it's not as sweet. The sweetness is still there. Is it better than the OG? I can't say it's better than the OG. I see a lot more females probably preferring this, not saying for them to wear, but it might be a little bit more pleasant to their nose, being that you've taken away the tobacco. Now, again, because if you like super masculine fragrances, but you like that sweetness, go with the OG. But being that we've taken out the balsamic nature from the benzoin, the sweetness and the smokiness from the tobacco and the honey, I wish they had left the mint to kind of give you some of that crisp freshness that you get from the OG. But all you get is plum, lavender, and tonka. This to me is sexier. This to me, I think, comes off sexier to a woman. I think the plum gives it a sexier, fruitier nature to a woman's nose. But again, everything is subjective. Everything is based on your body chemistry, your diet, what you eat, how you shower, how you moisturize, all of that. You guys know I stress that. So I'm stressing sample, 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 sample. I got 8 samples available. You know what I'm saying? And so definitely you get a chance, check that out. Holla at your boy. Y'all let me know. Hit me down in the comments. Definitely like, subscribe, click the bell, do all of that. But hit me down in the comments and let me know. Longevity with this, let me, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this performance, because I know somebody's going to ask what's the performance, because you guys aren't going to watch the whole video. Performance has been great. Well, let me say performance has been good. With this, I get pretty much like around 7 to 8 hours total. 10 hours plus on clothes. On skin, most of the projection I'm getting, this is intent. So most of the projection I'm getting with this is within like a 3 to 4 hour range. So you get nice projection out of this for like 3 to 4 hours. And you're gonna have a nice scent bubble, nice scent trail. And you're gonna be like, man, this smells amazing. And people around you are gonna say, oh my God, you smell amazing. You know, but my people that are in close quarters, close contact, like if you go to church or something like that, or like if you're sitting beside somebody, if you're going to the movies or you're going to a concert, don't offend people. I same thing with the OG. Like, I feel like La Mela Parfum, you could go heavy, way heavier on the sprays than you could with La Mela Elixir or even this. So that's my 2 cents on that. But again, I'm really loving the dry down on this, and I'm giving it more time. I think this is maybe by the time we get to fall or winter again, maybe some cooler weather. Like I said, to me, this is perfect 60, 65 degrees or less. 60, so cooler nights, like spring cooler nights, where it's like 50, 55, where you know you definitely need a jacket on. 60 degrees, you need a jacket on. I think this is gonna be perfect. But on but 75, 80 degrees and the sun is out, don't wear this. Don't wear this. Some of y'all do it, and some of y'all think y'all smell good. And some of y'all get compliments from people that are just as psycho as you are. Don't do that. It smells terrible. Nonetheless, holla at your boy. Let me know. It's good. Is it blind buy worthy? I would say no. Is it sample worthy? I would say yes. And I'll link the description. Again, information on how you can reach out to me to get this sample. Like I said, I got 8 available. Once they're gone, they're gone. 7 or 8 available. Once they're gone, they're gone. Fragrance buy. I think you can get this from JOMASHOP maybe. I know fragrance buy is where I got mine from. Notice I told y'all I went to Macy's to smell. I got a sample from Macy's, but I'd never buy retail. Friends don't let friends buy retail. I got this for fragrance buy, super cheap, but well, relatively cheap. Nonetheless, hit your boy in the comments, holla at me, let me know. Until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Y'all be easy.